Hi, it's CurlyGirl323 and I just want to make a quick video because I just got back from the stylist and I had my first ever Deva-inspired haircut. I live in Western Washington, kind of in the Seattle area, and I went and saw Natasha, and she works at Beauty Works at Alderwood Mall in Lynnwood, Washington, and went and saw her, and I had found her online. I found her on the DevaCurl website where you can go in and locate a stylist who is Deva-inspired, and there were a few in my area. There were two that were closer to me than others, several that are in Seattle, there's one in Kirkland, and then there was Natasha up in Lynnwood, and I just decided to go to Natasha in Lynnwood. It was just kind of, I didn't really have any reason to go other than she was the one who I picked off the list, and it was just an area I was familiar with, so I went up there. Anyway, I'm really happy that I did. I've really been kind of on the curly girl hair fix again lately after kind of having fallen off the wagon, and I was kind of struggling, and I just like, you know what, I just need to have a clean slate to work with, and I thought the best way to do that was to get a haircut. And I lost a little bit of length, but that was just because she cut off some of like my fuzzy ends that just needed work. Like this one's kind of hanging out. It probably wasn't showing up for her. I may have to clip that one. It's kind of just a rogue one that's sitting there. But anyway, general idea, she did an awesome job. She styled it with a little bit of lift, which I'm not used to having volume up here, and even though it's not like massive volume and stuff, it's way more than I'm used to, because I'm used to my hair just falling like flat and still having the defined curls but falling flat, and I was just kind of, I don't know, it was just getting kind of boring. I've had that hairstyle for forever and I just wanted something different. And I've played with bangs before, but I've never really been able to do them, you know, quite the way I want them. It's not that I hate them, I just don't love them, I guess, if that makes sense. I do love my curls, and I was really happy that I went. Like I said, she just kind of trimmed the edges off. I told her I was growing my hair out. I didn't want to lose any length, or as little length as possible, so she did minimal. But she just evened everything out, and my hair just, it feels awesome right now. It just feels so light. It doesn't feel weighed down. It's just awesome. And anyway, for anybody who doesn't know what Deva-inspired haircut is all about, Lorraine Massey, who wrote the Curly Girl Handbook, she also came out, of course, with the product line DevaCurl, and her DevaChan salons in New York were very, very successful. And back when she first brought them out and stuff, and I knew about them, in my mind I was like, if I ever go to New York, I have to go to the salon. I have to go and see what it's all about and get myself a haircut and just make my curls happy and healthy and all that fun stuff while I'm there. Well, the good news is that she's now, Lorraine Massey has started a while ago started a training program so that stylists across the world really can learn how to properly cut curly hair in the method that Lorraine Massey follows. So I went and saw, like I said, I went and saw Natasha, and she did layers up here on top to help to volumize my hair. She ended up cutting off the ends so that they're healthy. If I turn around, hopefully I can do this. Let's see here. Hopefully you can see. I can't see my thing right now, but like, it's super even. I do have pictures that I took. I have pictures that I took that maybe I'll post. I'll have to watch the video back to see what that just looked like. But hopefully you got the idea. It's so even in the back, but it's like, it's kind of like curved a little, and I love that. She went down, she literally took scissors in her way and just snipped them down the side to help with like just with the shaping of it, and the whole process, I just loved it. It was most comfortable I've ever been in a haircut ever in my life. I've always been nervous anytime I go because not everybody knows how to work with curly hair, and I was never nervous. I walked in there, and you know, Natasha had purple hair and her hair was straight, but she does have naturally curly hair, and I was just like, awesome, this girl, just, I can tell she's just got a good personality and that she rocks. Not that you have to have purple hair to rock, or that all people with purple hair rock, but I could just tell that Natasha was awesome. So I was really excited, and I'll definitely go back to see her in the future. But anyway, she styled my hair really basic and used just basic products. She washed my hair out with DevaCurl No Poo, and which I purchased yesterday. Little side note, me being a small town girl, I used to, when I first started following the curly girl method, I looked at all these products and I'm like, okay, I gotta buy pretty much everything online. So I was real big on trying to find stuff that were in drugstores and around my area. Well, I wasn't near, like a Whole Foods or I wasn't even really near Target or Fred Meyer. I was when I moved to one location from my hometown, but that's another story. Anyway, I really wasn't around a Whole Foods, Target, Fred Meyer. I wasn't around Ulta or any of those big places. I wasn't around any beauty salons, so I didn't have any place that was like stocked with the typical products that are all over the place. So to me, I couldn't buy any of this stuff on ground unless I traveled like an hour or two to go do it. And I just ended up doing the drugstore stuff that I could find at like Safeway or QFC or something, because that's what I had in my area. And then I moved somewhere where there was a Walmart, and so I'd go and buy some stuff at Walmart. There was a Rite Aid and Safeway and QFC and those, but that's really all that was in my area, and so that's all that I did. And I bought a couple products online, but in terms of DevaCurl, it was just one of those things that between price point and then having to wait for my product and not having tried it before, I don't know, I just never did it. I never took that leap, even though I knew that they came highly recommended and people had so much praise for them. But I stepped into an Ulta yesterday, and just there I'm like, oh my gosh, they stock curly girl or DevaCurl here, and I had no idea. I'm obviously naive when it comes to that stuff, so it just caught me off guard, and I was so excited. So I'm like, okay, it's here. You know what? I have product buildup in my hair right now anyway. I'm going to have to wash this out, and instead of going back over a list to find out, just the proper shampoo to use to make sure I had the right stuff, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to buy the No Poo. So I got the DevaCurl No Poo, and then I also went on a whim and got the small bottle of the DevaCurl Set It Free spray, so I'm going to try that as well. Other than that, I don't own any DevaCurl products right now. Down the road, I'll probably try the other ones. Just right now, I'm set. But anyway, Natasha also used, so she just used the No Poo, she used the DevaCurl conditioner, and then she ended up putting the DevaCare line of gel. So it's the DevaCare gel that she put in my hair, not the DevaCurl. There's a new DevaCare line that's still for curls, for curly hair, but it was just a different thing, and Natasha said, I think your hair will like this. So she put it in, and I think my hair did like it. It's not a gel that I'm going to use right now, not because I don't like it, just because I'm already loaded on product. My product junkie has come out recently, and I need to not buy any more product. I need to be really, really good and not buy anything else. I'm done. Yesterday was it. I'm done. I've got everything I need for now. I will buy it in the future, just not right now. And so, anyway, I'm going to add those two DevaCurl products to my routine, and then stick with some of my other stuff and experiment with other products. But obviously, the DevaCurl products worked on my hair today. This is exactly what it looks like. It's nice and styled. It's fresh from the hairdresser, so it's usually when your hair looks the best. But this wasn't difficult. She ended up putting little clips, and she literally just like pinched my roots and then clipped them and pinched to them and did that around my head. She didn't do it in the back, and then afterwards she did tell me that she'd recommend that I pinch a clump in the back as well, just because I have hair that tends to fall flat back there. She did it. I asked if butterfly clips will work, and she said that they will, so I have those. I don't have the other clampies, so because I don't have them and I have the butterfly, she said those would work fine. So I'm going to take the butterfly clips and just lift my roots in the morning, and she said the butterfly clamp especially will work in the back, just to lift a little section back there, and then I can diffuse a little bit, or otherwise just while I'm air drying, like on the way to work and stuff. I will have to diffuse if I'm going to do that, because between home and work my hair dries so slow, especially when I've got product in it. It has always dried so slow, and by the time I get to work, even though it's like a 40 to 45 minute drive, my hair is barely dry. So I'm going to work on getting my whole routine down and trying to mostly diffuse, but letting it air dry the rest of the way, and leaving the clips in my hair until I get to work, when I'll pull them out and do a quick little fluff and all that fun stuff. But anyway, that was all that was in my hair. It was the No Poo, the conditioner, and then this gel, and this is what it did. There was no leave-in, there was no nothing, it was just simple, and my hair feels so light, and I love it. So now I know kind of how my hair needs to feel, which is a big thing, because I've struggled with how much product I put in my hair, and I always read the reviews on a product, and so I know beforehand, like, oh, don't use too much, or use a pea size amount, or use a quarter size amount, or whatever for this length of hair, and I can usually gauge a little bit, but then obviously everybody's hair is different, everybody's hair absorbs it different, so it's, you know, things like, for instance, I just bought Kinky Curly Not Today, and then the Kinky Curly Curling Custard, and I knew that the Kinky Curly Curling Custard needed to, that a little goes a long way, and so I used barely, like, so little compared to the amount of gel that I use if I use, like, LA Looks Sport Gel, or the Nutrigel, or the NutriCurl Gel, rather. So if I put those in my hair, I need a little bit more. With the Kinky Curly Curling Custard, I barely put any in my hair, and I still felt like it was almost too much. Aside from that, I also had the leave-in, which I may have put too much of that in, and I had done a deep treatment right before I washed it all out, and the deep treatment included coconut oil and the GVP, the Generic Value Products brand of from Sally's Beauty Supply, the conditioning balm. I had used that in my hair, but I think I didn't get the oil all out of my hair, so I think that the main problem I had was with oil product buildup. Anyway, point being, haircut's awesome, and I'm going to end my video now because it's getting long, so yes, haircut is awesome. I highly recommend DevaCuts. Bye!